This video is an overview of how to set up your Intex sand filter with saltwater system. It is important to read and follow all the instructions in your owner's manual. Failure to do so could result in injury or product damage. Due to continued product improvements, parts may vary in appearance. Assembly of your Intex sand filter with saltwater system is easy, but requires some special attention to location and a team of an adult with a helper for setup. Provide a level, stable base which is vibration-free. The water outlet from the pump should face the pool. The filter pump should be as far from the pool as the hoses will allow. Check the location carefully, since the filter will be heavy after it is filled with sand. Good air circulation is important for motor cooling. You will need number 20 silica sand or glass media for your filter. Check the chart for the quantity required for your size filter pump and the filter media you wish to use. Do not use synthetic sand. Remove the sand filter combo and all the accessories from the packaging. Inspect for visible damage. Also, please check the laterals in the tank to be sure they are not damaged. Contact the Intex Service Center if damage is evident. Consult your owner's manual. Unscrew the leaf trap cover counterclockwise and take out the basket and filter housing nut. Push the pre-filter housing against the motor water inlet and screw it onto the motor water inlet with the filter housing nut. Replace the leaf basket and cover. Place the tank support base in the selected position. Some countries require that the product be secured to the ground or a base in a level, upright position. Check your local requirement. Place the tank on the base as shown. Connect the motor pre-filtering assembly to the tank support base with the water inlet hose connection facing the pool. Pull up the center pipe to see the maximum marks for sand loading. Before loading the tank, be sure the center pipe hub is securely centered in the bottom of the tank. Place the sand shield over the top of the center pipe and slowly fill the tank approximately halfway. Remove the sand shield and distribute the sand evenly in the tank. Add some water to hold the sand in place when more sand is added. Replace the shield and fill sand to between the minimum and maximum marks on the center pipe. Spread it evenly by hand. Remove the shield and wash away all the sand on the edge of the tank. Lower the 6-way valve slowly onto the tank, ensuring that the bypass pipe under the valve fits securely into the center pipe. Improper installation could be hazardous. Consult the manual carefully during setup. There are 3 hose ports on the valve. The water inlet must be aligned with the motor outlet and the valve's water outlet must face the pool. The 3rd hose connection is the drain waste port, which is protected with a waste cap. A separate hose is not provided for this port. When backwashing, rinsing, or draining, you may use the hose from the filter to the pool after closing the plunger valve on that side. Remove one of the bolts and install the clamp around the tank and valve flange. Replace the bolt and tighten it with a Phillips screwdriver. Check to make sure L-shaped O-rings are in place between the valve inlet and the copper ion unit above the motor outlet. Connect the hose between the copper ion unit and the 6-way valve outlet. Insert the electrolytic cell into the 6-way valve outlet port. It is important to align the groove with the locator. See picture 23 in the manual. Screw and tighten the flow sensor into the titanium cell. Plug in the line cord and tighten the nut. For larger pools, unscrew the large threaded strainer connectors from the plunger valves and set the valves aside along with their step washers. Remove the large nuts from the connectors, and from inside the pool, insert the large pool inlet nozzle with a flat black washer through the highest connector hole. From outside the pool liner, replace the nut and make sure it is finger tight. Reconnect the plunger valves with the black step washers in place on the pool connectors. Make sure both valves are in the closed and locked position. If you have a 16-foot or smaller pool with 1 1/4 inch diameter hoses with hose clamps and black hat-shaped plugs for the sidewall, follow these steps to adapt the smaller hose fittings to the plunger valves and 1 1/2 inch hoses included with the saltwater system and filter pump unit. If you have water in the pool already, unscrew the strainer cover and insert the black strainer hole plug to prevent water from draining out of the pool. Then disconnect the pump hoses from the pool. Locate the two B adapters and connect them to each of the black connectors on the pool. Next, unpack the plunger valves. Unscrew the large strainer connectors as they are not needed on this size pool. Do not discard the black step washers on the plunger valves. Attach the plunger valves to the B adapters and close and lock both plunger valves. Replace the smaller strainer connectors with the safety caps and screws. Connect the hoses to the saltwater system and sand filter pump, making sure that the lower hose is connected to the pump motor. Connect the other hose to the end of the electrolytic cell.